All right, Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. This is sitting 3.5, 4 in favor of the Rams at home over the Browns. 40.5 is our total. Steven, I'll start with you on this one. We don't have the full report yet. It is going to be Joe Flacco unless DTR is able to clear concussion protocol. He's a quarterback. Clearing concussion protocol in a week we know is very, very tough to do, but we shall see. I took a piece of the Browns at 4.5 on the thought that it was going to be Flacco. Like, I just didn't, I just didn't think that there was going to be a shot in which DTR makes it back in a week, but I could be proven wrong. And if that's the case, I'm holding a ticket that I'm not really in love with, but I think Flacco is actually kind of the quarterback you want for this Browns team, right? It's the absolute game manager who's not going to go win you the game, but won't lose you the game either. And if you're just going to be a team that relies on your defense as it is anyway, then that's the type of quarterback you want, right? I mean, like, it's just, you want the guy who's going to go out and get you enough first downs to where you can win a game 13-7 or so, whatever, or 13-10 or whatever it might be. So that's my thought in all of this. It looks like Amari Cooper's going to go. It looks like Garrett's going to go. So it does not like it's Cleveland Browns team is going to be super shorthanded or anything. So for me, the 4.5 was still too much. There's still 4 out there. There's still 3.5s out there. I think anything on the other side of a 3, I would still play, unless of course DTR clears concussion protocol, and at which point I will hate my ticket.
I couldn't stomach betting on Joe Flacco in the year of our Lord 2023, but I certainly understand your logic behind it. And you're also getting by far the best of the numbers here, because this was 1 on the look ahead. And now we're all the way out past the key number of 3. So good process by you. Certainly get it. I would only be interested in the Rams if we got back to that original number, but just because I trust this offense a lot more than I do the Browns offense at this point, we're not going to get it. So I'm looking more into the future for the Rams to see if there's spots where I want to back them, because, credit Adam Chernoff for pointing this out, but I do want to at least consider that maybe Kyren Williams, a running back, mattered more than we all thought, because what were the Rams before he got injured? From week 1 to 6 is when he played. I'm going to take out the week 6 game against the Cardinals because I don't care what anybody does against the Cardinals defense. So from week 1 to 5, the Rams offense was top 10 by EPA, both passing and rushing the ball. And they were also above average in success rate. And they were not anywhere near as productive when Kyren Williams wasn't playing. So I'm not backing them this week against the number 1 defense in the league in Cleveland, but if they get through this game healthy against a ferocious defense, I am kind of curious to back the Rams next week against the Ravens if we're still above a touchdown on that spread, and that's where we're at on the look ahead.
Adam, it's not a fun ticket to have in your account, a Browns ticket. I trust me, I pump fake 3 different times before I actually hit the submit, but it just kind of is what it is. I thought the number just wasn't appropriate for what I kind of consider the game to be. Rams offense weirdly has been kind of clunky of late. Actually, it's been kind of clunky since Cooper Kupp came back, which you would think that would not be the situation, but that's since he's been back in there, it hasn't really flowed a ton, specifically in the pass game. What say you here, Browns and Rams?
Well, I would just add to what Steven is saying. If you're going to pull out the week 6 about Kyren Williams, then you're going to look at last week. That was also the Cardinals last week. So,
right. Also why I didn't want to play him this week.
Yeah. Just be cautious there if you're playing it that way. Matt, it's Myles Garrett and Amari Cooper that have me on the pump fake with you there. And I know that they're both supposed to go, but I also realize that for a Browns team that has more to play for, that this is not the game that they're going to run it out to win, right? This is a game out of conference where if they find themselves down by 14 points in the third quarter, I don't believe that they're going to really stretch out the injured guys to try to win this game. They have much more important games coming up than this one. So it's a lean on Cleveland. I'm with you on that. I don't want to buy the noise about Cleveland and their defense on the road as opposed to at home, because I think that simplifies things a little bit too much. But what doesn't simplify things too much is if Myles Garrett is really truly healthy or not. Myles Garrett might be out on that field, and Myles Garrett might not be healthy, and he is one of the single biggest difference makers when it comes to how I'm going to look at a team. So I'm right there with you on the fact that it's Cleveland or pass, but for me, as of now, injury situation-wise, it's pass.